it. You go to NNPC, to shock you, even from those of us from oil producing people, our people are not there. You go to CBN, people are not there. Even in the military, where our people, Nigerians, are trained, they are volunteered to give their lives to our defense of the territorial integrity of our country, fighting side by side as brothers. People will discriminate them. If a recruitment officer is one place, he will only create one type of ethnic army. We can't allow that. There should be according to the height. On a lighter note, Mr. President and my dear colleagues, I rise to support this very important motion. The rationale has been sufficiently explained. This is one of the major challenges we Nigerians are creating for ourselves. Our founding fathers of this nation, knew the nation, the peculiarities of this country. From the Willings Commission to various conferences that they held, they knew the peculiarities. They knew that we were building a new nation. And most people now forget that the nation Nigeria is a nation of nationalities, welded into one to form the largest and the most powerful black nation, which is desirable. But it is in our hands to mold this nation, to create a nation that is inclusive, a nation of all and for all, and not a few. That is why the framers of this constitution inserted this concept of federal character and went ahead, as my good brother Senator Aliero said, to also in the constitution establish the Federal Character Commission, and went further to prescribe the composition of that commission, to say that it shall consist of members nominated by every state. So all states are represented. And there's also a Federal Character Tribunal. But all of these have been abandoned. So now you go to ministries, you will see people from one part of the country, maybe speaking one language, to the exclusion of others. And even in the state, it's not just about tribes and so on. It says the Constitution is very clear, as Senator Orelo read it, to make sure that in the formation or composition of the government of the Federation, there shall be no preponderance, none. So even in some states, if you go there, you will see that all the people they employ will be from one local government. That's a violation. That's a violation. So we're not just talking of big tribes and small tribes. It is a major problem that all Nigerian bureaucrats and people in authority are guilty of. It's not to say, oh, we blame only one side, and one side are, everybody is culpable. But it is time for us to rededicate ourselves to the founding ideals so that we can create a new Nigeria where everybody can have a sense of belonging. So I associate myself fully, Mr. President. I don't agree that we need an ad hoc committee. We already have a committee. The Senate rules are provided for the Committee on Federal Character, ably manned, and we should trust our committees. We should give them the support. The only thing I'd like to add is that because of the seriousness of this assignment, the time frame suggested will not be enough, one, and two, the leadership has to discuss with the President of the Federal Republic. The President is in our system, is a combination of a lot of things. He's the head of state, he is the commander-in-chief, yes, but he's also the leader of the country and the chief executive of the Federation. So he should be told that this flagrant commonplace violation has to stop, and that the National Assembly is doing something, and he should throw his weight behind it. And maybe when the report is out, he should be availed a copy, so that we can have fairness for all. If you go to NNPC, it will shock you, even from those of us from oil producing people, our people are not there. You go to CBN, people are not there. You go to, Mr. President, just extend it 2 minutes for me. No, I was only joking. I'm rounding up. What I mean is, this is a very serious issue. Even in the military, where our people, Nigerians, are trained, they are volunteered to give their lives to defense of the territorial integrity of our country, fighting side by side as brothers. People will discriminate them. If a recruitment officer is one place, he will only create one type of ethnic army. We can't allow that. We can't allow that. And like I said, it's not a time for blame game. No. It's something we all must have collective responsibility to address. So I support this motion. And like I said, the president should be informed. And that all the leadership should give full support to the work that this committee will do. 4 weeks is not enough.
Thank you very much. Senator Umi, then Deputy Minority Leader, then Senator Ani, and Senator Abangida Hussein.
Thank you, Mr. President. My name is Senator Victor Ume, OFR. I represent Anambra Central Senatorial District. Mr. President, this section 14.3 of the Constitution, icon challenges of this Constitution. And to be able to support this motion, I crave your indulgence to read fully that section 14.3 for all of us to understand. The composition of the government of the Federation or any of its agencies and the conduct of its affairs shall be carried out in such a manner as to reflect the federal character of Nigeria and the need to promote national unity and also to command national loyalty, thereby ensuring that there shall be no predominance of persons from a few states or from a few ethnic or sectional groups in that government or in any of its agencies. Mr. President, the motion essentially addressed appointments only, but the conduct of its affairs of government is very important in this section. Conduct of affairs of government includes development of the country evenly across the geopolitical zones. Therefore, anything government shall do must pursue balance, and it shall to be done in a manner that every part of Nigeria shall be accommodated in it. And that's the only way to preserve national unity. Mr. President, the constant breach of this section of the Constitution, you remember that I have been a champion of equity and fairness in this chamber, right from the 8th Senate. Anything you do to the exclusion of any part of Nigeria is a breach of section 14.3. Anything you want to do, infrastructure development, I've been fighting here about Eastern Rail Line, that is breach of this section of the Constitution. Appointments into agencies of government, I don't need to continue to recount what Seriake Dickson has enumerated, but I want to say that my zone has been the greatest victims of this breach. Today we have only 5 ministers in the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. Others have minimum of 8. So we have been dropped due to non-observance of this section of the Constitution. And I believe that if people who are in authority, not only the president, people who are appointed to head agencies of government, if they are properly guided by section 14.3, there will be no domination and ill feelings by any part of Nigeria in the affairs of government.
Thank you.
Let us be guided by this. Yes, I know time, is short, particularly when it comes to me. But
you have made your point. You have mentioned the fact that South should not be marginalized.
Yes,
the message has gone across.
No, every part of Nigeria should not be marginalized. I've been saying it. No part of Nigeria should be left behind in the affairs of government, in the conduct of government affairs.
Thank you.
Be it infrastructure or appointments. So I support this motion, and I want to plead that the Committee on Federal Character here should work with the Federal Character Commission that has representatives from all the states of the Federation.
Thank you, Minority Leader.
And find a solution to this.
Thank you, Minority Leader.
Thank you very much, Mr. President.
Deputy Minority Leader, have the floor. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues. I remain Oyewumi Kamarudin Ola.